Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean,
Alright.
and this is Everyday Food Reviews, and today we have a sneak flavour video.
Yeah, so this is much anticipated. We've been getting lots of comments on our G Fuel versus sneak video and our other sneak video wanting us to do the last two sneak flavours that we've got. We're hoping after we've done this, they've added Purple Rain and Blizzard onto the sample sachets, so we might order another pack of 5 and get them two done at some point in the future, but I don't want to promise anything or say that it'll be anytime soon because we've been getting asked this since at least November and we've just not managed to get around to it.
Yeah, there's been quite a few bits out, like food and energy drink wise, that we just had to get done as well, so
yeah,
that's the only reason they've not been done.
There's a couple of things I've been specifically asked to mention in this one. With the two flavours we've got, Blue Raspberry
And Tropikilla?
We'll start with the Blue Raspberry if you want to start mixing that up while I read some of the things. So we've had a lad at Dr9977. We've been talking to him on Twitter because he commented on one of our YouTube views and videos and said that we didn't. Smells very sweet. Smells of blue raspberry. He said, "Oh, these lads haven't done their research." So I thought, I'll be honest. At the time, I thought, okay, here we go. It's so we've had negative comments before. It doesn't bother me, but I thought it was just going to be one of those things. You know, Sneak and G Fuel each have they
have a fan base.
They have fan bases. So I thought it would be one of those. But we had a productive conversation in the end, which was really nice, and I'm thankful. One of the things specifically this lad wanted to mention was that he'd been looking for a long time, apparently, for an energy drink he could have at work, and he struggles with IBS. And he tried G Fuel, and that disrupted him as much as all the other energy drinks he tried, and he had a terrible crash afterwards. But with Sneak, he wasn't disrupted, and he didn't have a crash. So he said it didn't matter what it was or how it was different. The fact is, in his experience, it had done what he wanted it to, and none of the alternatives were doing that for him. So that's worth mentioning when we say, because I often write off a lot of these blends in energy drinks and proprietary blends as basically all the same, because the things that are proven to be definitely good, things like caffeine, taurine, B vitamins, they're in all of them, they're ubiquitous. The differences are things that aren't even necessarily proven. But this the Sneak, I'm just looking at the ingredients now on a screenshot because it's easier to read than those tiny packets.
We can throw this up as well, can't we?
Yeah, we can throw this up. You got the usual amount of energy and calories you'd expect from something that's sugar free. We've got caffeine, which is the key ingredient in it. It's got a lot of L-tyrosine in, that's making up 1.5 grams of this entire thing, and it's got 1 gram of taurine, which is a significant dose. It's got this Sneak Sneak Hydrate blend, so 1.7 grams. That's basically just electrolytes, so the sort of stuff you see on Lucozade. It's just salts essentially, but it's
which is maybe why then he's had less of a crash.
Yeah, and if it's
because I think that's what Lucozade Sport, because it's got all the ideal electrolytes and salt, I think, as well.
Well, the salt is electrolytes.
That's how they market Lucozade Sport.
I think it would be more likely to be what's not affecting the IBS rather than what's not affecting the crash, because the crash is to do with caffeine, which is something Lucozade Sport doesn't have. Apart from the best ever Lucozade Sport Icy Lemon had caffeine in it. It was in a silver and yellow bottle, and that was one of the best drinks ever. They stopped doing it, but it was the best Lucozade Sport ever by far, and it was one of the best tasting energy drinks ever, and it wasn't even fizzy. So it was Lucozade Sport, but I miss that so much.
Can I have 10 seconds to mix this? I just didn't want to shake it while you were talking because it's. So we've changed it a little bit. We put the water in. How much water did you put in?
350 ml.
And we decided to put ice in the shaker as well.
Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff in here is the usual sort of stuff. I don't know if that amount of L-tyrosine contributes to the lack of a crash. Pantothenic acid, biotin, L-carnitine. Those are all things that are in Monster. B12, B6, thiamine. I think they're all in Monster. Vitamin C is like that dose, 82 milligrams, is going to do like virtually nothing. It's 100% of your daily allowance, but you need to be taking like 10 times that to actually have a significant dose of vitamin C. It's got a nice amount of taurine in. Nicotinamide. I've not actually researched each thing line by line before we did the video, which maybe I should have done, and maybe is what the comment was originally pointing out in the first place. But I've not.
Should we pour this?
Yeah, I've not had the time this week to do that, but I can correct and add things with the comments on the text. I'll research it while I'm editing the video, and hopefully that'll go some way to. Explaining some of the benefits of Sneak over other energy drinks, because we're mostly just reviewing the flavours, if we're honest.
Yeah.
And just under the assumption that in terms of caffeine and other things, they're all basically the same.
Packaging, I think, is the same as all the others.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing this in-game energy. Maybe it's been a while. It's because it's been a while.
No, I think it's on all of them.
Okay.
They were all on the same pack. So yeah, I think we've mentioned in a previous video, there's people saying this isn't exclusively for gamers, and we said, well, obviously, but it's also very obvious that it is marketed to gamers.
It's a very nice smell.
It smells like a very sticky blue raspberry, but it also smells
Quite sour.
quite sour, exactly. I'd be interested to see how this compares to the.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's nice.
That flavour's pretty exceptional, I think. That's one of the better ones I think we've had.
It's certainly up there, but I think all these powdered ones we've had have been up there. They've all been very good. But yeah, it helps that it's cold. I think having the ice in the shaker helps.
Yeah, if you're buying Sneak or G Fuel, 100% recommend putting a bit of ice in the shaker. Don't worry. Just cold water's good enough, but I think it just gives it that edge.
Yeah.
That is really nice. It's not too sticky and it's not too sour.
No. Personally, I think at one point we said we're going to avoid talking about G Fuel in Sneak videos and vice versa, but we've done a few of them now. Personally, I prefer the sour blue chug rug that we had from G Fuel.
Okay.
But that's because it's just so sour and I love it.
Yeah, we've said this in previous videos. Yeah. I prefer stickier flavours.
Yeah.
And you prefer sour. And this is why I prefer this one.
I think this is probably, like, arguably a better flavour. It's more rounded and balanced and sort of easier to drink. But personally, I prefer the G Fuel Sour Blue Chug Rug. But I think that, like, on balance and trying to look at it objectively, I think this is probably a objectively better flavour. But again, like, flavour you can't measure flavour objectively. But I do think this is more rounded and will appeal to more people. No, it's very good.
I think it's delicious. I can't fault it, to be honest. I think if we do buy more sample packs, and you have to get a couple of the same ones, I might tell you to just get me one of them.
Well, I'm getting some stealth if I get more, and we have to pick more that we've already had. I'd be getting the stealth. I'd really like the stealth.
Yeah, the stealth was good, but yeah.
Yeah, so we'd have Blizzard,
we'd have the two new ones, Blizzard and Purple Rain.
Then we'd have a stealth, one of these, and then...
Maybe Tropikilla.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Whoever's paying for it can pick. Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll cut the video quickly.
Yeah.
Rinse out the shaker, get some fresh water and ice, and you'll see us mix up the next one.
Yeah.
Okay? Back in a second.
Bye.
Hello everyone, we're back. So let's get straight into this Tropikilla.
Yeah. There's nothing else to say about the nutrition, it's all going to be the same.
So we believe this is it orange, mango and pineapple?
I don't actually know. Apparently it's good though. I've heard from other reviewers that this one's a good one. Can I smell it?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Sorry. It doesn't smell of much, not compared to the blue raspberry. It doesn't smell of much at all. Yeah, this one. I mean, the colours. It's pink and orange. It's like a Bassett's fruit salad. Is it Bassett's? Barrett's.
So yeah. I've just realised what you're on about.
Fruit salad chews. So it's
Same as the shaker.
yeah, same as the shaker. So, I mean, what flavour are they? They're raspberry and pineapple.
That's one big fucking.
We've just got.
One big block of ice, that lad.
It's looking at practice with the shake weight, isn't it?
What are you laughing at?
You with the shake weight.
Right then.
You seen the South Park episode on the shake weight?
No.
I'll show you later. So open the lid and have it squirt over you.
I think me and Sean have got a little hyper while rinsing this out. So that's good.
It's been a good sort of 20 minutes break we had there. Just
Yeah, we don't know why. We just started talking and just having a laugh, and that's what happens.
yeah, shooting the breeze.
And we've got a bit hyper from the blue raspberry sneak, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Shows it does perk you up quite quickly.
100. Yeah, it smells like a fruit salad bar.
Oh, that smells good.
Cheers. Smells of pineapple.
Looks like a pineapple juice, doesn't it?
It does a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Pineapple's the main smell, I'd say. I don't know if I can smell raspberry or if I just want to smell raspberry because I'm expecting it to be like a fruit salad bar.
That's pretty delicious. I really like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah, it tastes like fruit salad squash. There's a fruit salad squash I used to get from Asda. I don't know if they still do it or if they changed it, but I used to get that when I was about 6, and it tastes like that. Well, I didn't get it. I think my mum got it.
Oh, the cheap cordial in
Yeah,
the big bottle that was like double concentrate.
No, it wasn't double concentrated back then.
Back then, as if you're 50.
Well, it was like 22 years ago when I was 6. The double concentrated things are sort of the last sort of decade, aren't they?
That is really good flavour. Yeah, I do believe. I think it is apple, orange, mango, and pineapple.
Yeah, I think there's definitely orange in there.
It would. What is it? Yeah, we did notice that none of the sneak flavours do say what kind of fruit you're going to get in them. They just give them the names and.
When you say none of them, you mean 2 of them.
All right, yeah. So the ones that are like
Tropikilla and Stealth.
Yeah, all right.
And Tropikilla is kind of like tropical, like a tropical.
All right.
Mix. So it's just Stealth, because the others are blue raspberry.
All right, so I may
strawberry and watermelon.
I maybe like said something too soon, but
cherry.
My head's gone. That break has just sent me west with all that with the caffeine. I've just gone. So yeah, sorry if we're not doing Tropikilla justice, but it is really good.
No, yeah, there's not a lot to say about it. It's a really solid sort of fruit salad sort of flavour. Like I say, it takes me back to that fruit salad squash I had when I was a kid. I think this has more caffeine in than that though, but I'd have to check.
Probably has.
I'll ask my mum, see if she remembers how much caffeine she was giving me.
We need to not have as long a break in between cuts next time because I've just gone hyper and giggly. Oh.
Well, just spoiler alert.
Our future videos include...
The videos we're planning on recording straight after this, we're breaking our rule of only doing like one drink video in a day. No, we may have broken that before in the past, but you wouldn't know because you're not here, so we sort of cheat and pretend we're being a lot healthier than we are.
And it's a lot earlier in the day.
Yeah, so we're looking at a Cadbury's Boost bar, and we're looking at G Fuel, so I'm going to sleep well tonight, that'll be good. What time is it now?
It's like well gone 10.
It's
It's 11 o'clock. Right, yeah, so, as you can see, we've never really reviewed Sneak for its magical mood boosting properties, but if you're at 11 o'clock at night and you are in a heavy game session, this is really good in-game energy, as the packet would suggest.
Yeah, I'll perhaps film an update when I'm home trying to sleep at 5 o'clock and let you know if I've crashed or not.
Just like a little selfie video going, well, it's 5 a.m. and I've still a little bit of wink of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's good. I'm feeling. It's not like my head doesn't feel funny. It does feel sort of clean. It's not heavy. Like if you have enough Monster to get that sort of boost, it feels heavy. Like even with me, like caffeine like gives you a bad tummy, like coffee and stuff. I just deal with it though because I'm used to it. I accept that if I have the things I enjoy, it's going to affect me badly in terms of health. But this, I'm not getting that sort of twisted gut sort of feeling you sometimes get when you have a lot of caffeine.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Excuse me.
I think on that note, we'll wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks very much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the video because I think we did.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Cheers.